Good job of exposing Islam. Thank you for
I did. Thank you so much, my friend. See you later.
Thank you. All right.
You're a coward chicken.
To the hellfire for some time.
All right. So that's neither here nor there then.
I don't understand your question. I don't understand what you're saying.
If you do something wrong and you get caught by the police, you're gonna get the punishment, right? Because you deserve it, right?
Okay.
Okay. You go to the judge and somebody else comes and says, no, he's my friend. I know him. Forgive him. This and that. He does intercession for you, and you get off.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Keep going. Now I like
So
this.
now, Now what happens is,
wait a minute.
Muhammad is an intercessor on the day of judgment. That's another thing we talked about, where Muhammad is an intercessor for his ummah.
I see.
To get them. Now that's
what was your name
another
again?
one. Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Okay, now listen. The hadith we just read, now this is the main contentious point.
So just
the main contentious point is
please.
This hadith says that Jew and Christian would be put in his place, not because they're Jew and Christian,
just like now.
No,
I'm joking.
This is. Have you read that hadith?
No, keep going.
Are you familiar with the hadith?
Yeah.
You're not blocking the
keep going.
So this hadith is telling us that Muslim will not, with the heaviest sin, will not go to hell.
Hell forever, yeah.
Not forever. It doesn't say anything about forever. That's your words. So I'm not going to.
No, but that's not the hadith.
Okay, but in this hadith,
because there's a hadith that says that they'll come out and.
Should we read the hadith again because you keep?
No, it's okay. But there's more than one hadith. You have to jam'a adillah. Okay, that's fine. Just keep going.
So this hadith is telling us that the heaviest sin Muslims will come on that day, and Allah will take a Jew or a Christian.
Yeah.
It doesn't say forever, for this or for because they are Jews, they're going to hell anyways. So, no, he's saying in his place. Instead, it is the word.
Okay.
So if I do something instead of him, can you bring up the words again, please?
Make your point.
That's the point. So you as a Muslim don't have to worry about
Uncle
doing
Sam.
good sins, doing good works. Sorry,
I
misspoke.
Yeah.
Doing good works. You don't have to worry about anything.
I see.
Because in the end, you're gonna have intercession or either Muhammad or by Jews and Christians.
Okay. Very interesting. You know what I find so interesting about you, Uncle Sam?
Yeah.
I think that people find this interesting as well, because when he was talking about the Islamic theological position, he's presenting it as follows. You got somebody who's going to take the place of the sins of the Muslims so that they don't go to hellfire. Now I want to know about crucifixion and resurrection. Because
are we going to jump to Christianity? Is that your go-to now? Can you address the Muslim point that I've made from your sources and defend it from your own sources without jumping? If you're jumping, I'm going to walk. Because you know what? That's what you guys do. Is you're going to just sidestep. You want to sidestep this whole hadith.
You want to walk.
You can't answer this. Can you answer this hadith?
You want to walk.
Can you answer the hadith?
You want to walk.
Can you answer the hadith?
You want to walk.
Can you answer the hadith?
You want to walk.
If you cannot answer the hadith,
you want to walk.
I'm going to walk. If you cannot answer
you want to walk.
your hadith,
do you want to walk?
This was explained to you 10 minutes ago.
Do you want to walk?
No, I want you to answer.
Okay.
Without going to Christianity.
Do you know what's really interesting about this? The assumption of it is that there is something inherently wrong with someone taking the sin of someone else. But that is exactly what Christianity is all about. You've got crucifixion, you've got the fida, you've got this ransom blood sacrifice. He's taking the sin of this other person. So if you consider that to be unjust, are you willing to concede that Christianity and the idea of a blood sacrifice is unjust?
Can I read the hadith?
Are you willing
to?
to?
Can I read the hadith for you?
First of all,
you came late to the party.
Yeah.
So let me read the hadith. So first we can get everybody on board. Read it for me, would you?
Okay.
And read the reference too, please. Read the reference too, It's from Sunnah.
Yeah, I know. There will come
can you read the reference, please?
Yeah, okay. So it's Abu Buraidah reported Allah's Messenger as saying.
No, which hadith is
Sahih Muslim.
Sahih Muslim.
2767 C and D.
Thank you.
There would come people amongst the Muslims on the day of resurrection with as heavy sins as mountain, and Allah would forgive them as He would place in their stead the Jews and Christians. As far as I think, Abu Ra'ub said, I do not know to who is in doubt. Abu Burda said, I narrated it. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, whereupon he said, was it your father who narrated it from Allah's Apostle? I said yes.
Alright, so can you address this hadith? I'm not talking about Christian theology.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Let's say whatever Christian theology it is. this talk is not about Christian theology.
Yeah.
This is about this verse. This is about Muslims not going to hell.
Okay, fine.
And
But
God is sacrificing Christians.
Can
and
I ask a
Jews
question though?
for him.
Can we establish one thing before I talk about the hadith?
Go ahead.
Do you accept that there's something inherently unjust as one person being punished for another person's sins?
Not if that person voluntarily
Yeah.
takes the punishment for somebody else. Yes, you can voluntarily take somebody else's punishment. Yes.
Okay, no, but I'm asking a question. Is it?
Yeah,
No, is it? Because you were saying before. Okay, sorry, Uncle Sam, let me finish. You were saying before, I can do whatever I want. You were portraying Islamic theology as follows: I can do whatever I want because some Jew or some Christian is going to take my place to go to heaven.
According to your
yeah.
hadith.
So do you see a problem with the diffusion of individual responsibility to salvific others if that other is now going to take my burden for me? Do you see an issue with that?
Can I answer it?
Yes.
Could you give me a moment to
Yeah,
answer?
do you see an issue with this?
Can I answer it?
Yeah.
Could you give me a moment?
Yeah.
Thank you. That would be okay if that person did it voluntarily. And
Yeah,
if
okay.
that was an acceptable payment for that person.
Okay.
That's right. Only if it's voluntarily. In this hadith, it's not voluntary.
Excellent.
It is
Excellent.
imposed on that person.
Yeah, okay. No, hold on. Accept it.
Okay.
Now, so that hadith, let me tell you, this hadith is Muslim. Even though it's Muslim, it's mukhtalafun fi,
What does that mean?
which means that there's a dispute on it.
Where?
There's
Show me the dispute on it.
It's even in the hadith itself.
No, it's not.
Let
What
me-
you just
no,
read did
let-
not say there was
Open
a
up.
dispute.
Let me show you. Now, there's a dispute on the hadith, the validity of the
Open
hadith.
it up, please.
Yeah, even though it's in Muslim,
Yeah.
there's a discussion as to whether this hadith is
But
thabit.
there was-
Excuse me, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because there's a discussion among the scholars of hadith whether or not it's marfu' or mawquf. It's well known this.
Right. But
So-
does it say it's mawkuf?
Some scholars say yes.
Who?
Some scholars say it's mawquf.
Do you know who says it's mawkuf?
For example, it's mentioned in the book of Ilal. You know that if, the Ilal
Can
of
you show me that?
yeah. So
just showed you
Ad-Daraqutni has a book called
Okay.
Ad-Daraqutni has a book called the Book of Ilal. Ilal means the hidden defects of hadith. This is mentioned in that book.
Okay, show me.
I don't have the manuscript to hand, my
There's
friend.
a lot of Muslims here.
And it's not
There's a lot of
translated.
Muslims here. Come on, man.
It's not translated.
Internet is here.
It's not translated. You do it yourself.
Oh,
you waste
okay.
my time.
Anyways,
So
you're saying this hadith is
No,
naive. Is that what
no,
you're
I'm not saying. I'm saying that's what I said. Just to let you know, is that the first thing is this is a mawquf hadith. Some say it's mu'allal. Yeah, that's number one. Which
Okay,
has
so there's a dispute,
No, no,
but it's
yeah,
not
fine.
proven
So-
either
no,
way,
no,
right?
no,
Is that what you're...
no problem.
Okay, fine.
Not all hadiths in Sahih Muslim are sahih. Well known. People don't know this. Even some hadiths in Bukhari are not all sahih. Well known. Yeah? So that's number two. Number three now, let's assume for the sake of argument. Now I'm saying, okay, for the sake of argument.
All right.
For the sake of argument.
All right,
I'm saying that this hadith is sahih. Thabit.
Sahih,
For the sake of
okay.
argument.
All right, all right.
Even if we assume for the sake of argument, the hadith is sahih, it says that the Jew or the Christian will be put in his place. The Jew or the Christian has astahaqqa. He has deserved going to hell fire because in the الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية. It's mentioned in the Quran that those who have disbelieved from the Jews and the Christians, from the Ahl Kitab, they are in the hellfire forever. Yeah, they are the worst of creation. In other words, already there is a declaration. Excuse me.
there's punishment on
Why
them,
does it?
right?
Why there would be an issue? This guy is going to the hellfire anyway. So, and the point is that you said in the beginning, I said you find an issue. You said I find no issue so long as that person is deserving of it. I'm saying or voluntarily does it. I'm saying okay. So you got.
Don't misquote me.
What
please.
did you say? So fine.
Okay,
What did you
please.
say?
I said
Yeah.
it's okay if that person who's doing the sacrifice doing it voluntarily,
Yeah, fine.
and
But-
that, and that sacrifice is acceptable
acceptable. Okay, fine. I'll ask the acceptability factor. I'm saying.
and voluntarily.
Fine. Your criterion of having it voluntarily, there was one aspect of voluntarism when the Jew and the Christian was in Dar al-Dunya. When he was in the Dunya, he had the choice to either be a Muslim or not be a Muslim. This guy decided not to. Therefore, his hold on. Excuse me. His time for volunteering has expired.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it does, because think about it. Allah is speaking to the Christian in the Quran. He's saying to him, become Muslim. لا تقولوا ثلاثة انتهوا خير لكم. Yeah. Do not say ثلاثة. Don't say this. Don't say that. Become Muslim. Now his time to become Muslim was in dunya. That time is expired for him now. Now what I'm saying to you is, it's not like Allah is putting in the hellfire. Even if we take the hadith.
That's
no,
a red
it's-
herring, by the way.
No, it's not. He's putting in the
All I'm
hellfire
gonna
someone
say
who
is
had
that's a
already
red
been there.
herring. It's not
He's already been there.
addressing what I
He's
said.
going to hell anyway.
That's right.
So what's the problem?
Okay.
How can he sacrifice?
So what's the problem? Anyway, third point.
Exactly.
Third point. Sorry, one more point. the Quran is explicit about not believing the qat'i verse. And anyway, all verses are more important than ahadith, individual ahadith anyway. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. In chapter number 53 of the Quran, hold on, it says that one soul should not bear the responsibility. Yes, that's number one. Another thing is, the Quran says, they will say to you, yeah, وَلْنَحْمِلْ خَطَايَاكُمْ وَلْنَحْمِلْ خَطَايَاكُمْ. We will follow, we will take your sins. وَمَا هُمْ بِحَامِلِينَ خَطَايَاهُمْ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. They are not going to be doing that.
Are we finished with the red herring?
No, hold on. Okay. So the Quran very clearly makes a point that there is individual responsibility, one. That one soul will not bear the responsibility of another soul's actions, number two.
Okay.
That some people will come, number three, and say we will bear your responsibility and such a da'wah or such a thing is false. Number three. Number four, even if the hadith is mukhtalafun fi. That's why it's mu'allal, because some people say it goes against these ayahs, clear ayahs, nas. But let's just say for the sake of argument it's sahih. Even if we say sahih, this particular hadith which is sahih is saying Jews and Christians which are going to hellfire anyway. Now if you see a problem, you're saying volunteer. I'm saying the following. Did Jesus Christ volunteer, okay? Volunteer every negative thing that happened? So for example, now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So when he was on, let me ask a question.
I'm not going to address me.
Let me finish. Let me finish. When he was on the cross,
Are you trying to jump?
The volunteer said, why have you forsaken me?
Are you trying to jump to Christianity?
No, because we're talking about Christianity and
so let's
Islam.
not go to Christianity right now because we haven't done it yet. We did. He didn't get me.
He got you.
It's my turn to speak.
No.
Can you tell the heckler not to
No,
heckle?
he's right though.
Okay, if he is, could you tell him not to heckle?
No, he's telling the truth.
I can address your point.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's stay on Islam and this hadith about Christians and Jews going to involuntarily being thrown into hell because of Muslim sin. All right. Now, if I go to court and I'm a murderer, right, and I deserve to be put to death, right, and the judge is saying, oh, you deserve it, but you know what, you've been a pretty cool person all your life, but you did kill somebody, so you know what, I've got these two over here, they're going to be killed anyway, they're murdered like hundreds of people, so I'm going to take these two in your place and give you, and spare your life and kill these two. How is that any justice to anybody?
Uncle Sam.
Doesn't make any. That's what he's telling me.
Uncle Sam, listen. If your son committed murder, if your son committed murder and you went to CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, they found him guilty of murder. There's 100 witnesses, it's on camera, everything. Yeah, he killed somebody. Yeah? And you said no problem. I'm going to take the punishment. Is that just?
Hold on.
You say voluntarily, you go to the court. And you say, excuse me, I'm going to take my son's punishment on my behalf.
On my behalf?
Yeah, so I'm going to go to prison, not my son, he can go out. I'm going to be in the prison.
Okay, that would depend on the judge if he wants to accept that or not.
No, so would that be justice being prevailing?
No, I'm not. Okay, would that not fulfill the justice of the killing the person? Huh? No. That depends on the judge and the person who did that.
Huh?
If that person, listen to me. What you just gave an example. I told you if your son has killed somebody, and the judge said, no, that's a red herring again. Let me tell you why. That's a red herring. Why are you laughing?
Because now you've been caught out.
No.
Why are you using courtroom examples when you can't take it to its logical conclusion?
Because we are in the courtroom on the day of judgment. We are in the courtroom.
I'm asking a question.
We are in the courtroom of Allah.
Sorry, excuse me.
Now you're talking over me.
No, I'm not.
I wasn't talking over you when you were talking. So please let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me answer that.
Yeah.
I told you if a person goes who's deserved to go to, he's murdered and it's proven he's murdered, and then the judge, are you listening?
Yes.
Are you trying to avoid me? Okay. And the judge says, instead of you going to to your death, I'm going to take two other prisoners who actually have killed hundreds of people, and they deserve to go death anyways. I'm going to spare your life and put them in. But they were going to die anyways for their thing. So how is that justice?
It's fine. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why.
So this is not address this point. Don't give me a red herring.
Uncle Simon, let me address it. Let me address it. Let me address it.
Address this point. This is what your hadith is saying.
Let me address it. Let me say, for
Are you
example.
stuck?
No.
Do you need some help?
No, I'm fine. I can address
Okay,
it.
fine.
So, for example.
So please don't act like you're stuck.
No.
You're acting like that.
No, I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
not stuck at all.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not stuck at all.
All right. Let's see
No,
you get
so look,
dig out of this.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
climb
to
out
do-
of this. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
I don't need to climb out of anything.
Go ahead.
I don't know what you're
Don't
thinking.
need to climb. Trust me. He does.
I don't think
In
we're-
this situation, he does.
I don't know what you're thinking.
Okay,
Listen,
fine, go
let me
ahead.
ask you. Say, for example, you got 3 prisoners, yeah? And all 3.
No, I'm not talking. No, these 2 prisoners were not related to this prisoner. This prisoner is
Fine.
being
I'm answering. I'm answering you.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
You got, let's say you got 3 prisoners. You got 1 Muslim prisoner, you got Christian, and you got Jewish, yeah? And all 3 of them, all 3, are going, let's say, for example, to the execution chamber, like a lethal
Yeah,
injection.
Whatever. Yeah.
No problem. Now, let's say, for example, the Muslim prisoner has one thing that the other 2 prisoners haven't done, which is that he didn't kill, he done manslaughter, the other 2 done murder. Let's take
Oh
it.
no.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Now,
Red herring.
let's say,
I'll just say red herring.
no, just let me finish. All 3 of them are going to get killed on the execution chair, yeah? Now, one of them says, look, his appointment for the execution chair is at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. The Christian's one, John. He was going to die at 6. The Muslim was going to die at 6:01. And the Jew was going to die at 6:03, whatever, yeah? So all we're doing is, we're putting the Christian or the Jew's time for the Muslim time. So this guy who's done a lesser sin, because remember, we believe the Muslim hasn't done shirk. So as a result, he's not going to be punished the same way. You're giving him you'll all have the same punishment anyway. You're giving him his punishment. That's fine. Yeah, it's
he's
not
bearing
very,
the burden
no,
of
he's
guilt.
already going to the execution chair. This guy's going to the execution chair already. I'm saying that, look, all 3 of them are going to the execution chair, but this guy has the one thing, yeah, which absolves him from that crime, which is that he's manslaughter, not murder. Now, I'm saying it. Your situation is, you're saying, you're using courtroom examples, but if you were to go to a courtroom and try to take the punishment for your son who committed murder, you did no murder voluntarily, no justice system would allow that because of the consequences that would ensue. No one would say that was justice availing. That is a miscarriage of justice. That is if you voluntarily said, I'm going to take the punishment of my son for doing a murder, I'll go in prison for him. That's seen as a miscarriage of justice in every single justice system in the world.
Are you finished?
I'm done now.
Okay.
I'm done
Thank
now.
you for another red herring.
I'm done now.
All right. Let's address your red herring now. The red herring again is you gave me an analogy of manslaughter.
And murder. as well.
Manslaughter is never punishable by death, is it? Manslaughter is not punishable
that's the
by
point.
death. So that's a
the
red
point I was
herring.
making.
That's red herring.
But that's the point I was
That's
making.
red herring. In the Quran, it doesn't say that they had lesser sins or lower
Yes,
sins.
it does, because more Muslim than was Jew and Christian.
My friend, your hadith is saying they have heavy sins as mountains.
Yeah, so what?
So what?
What's that got to do with the
He's
Muslim?
not a Muslim.
That means
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
that doesn't mean
Hey, I
he's
don't think
not
I was-
Muslim.
I don't think that's that.
It doesn't define
Okay,
what
Uncle
that
Sam.
means. It just says heavy
Okay, Uncle
sins,
Sam. Okay.
sins,
Okay.
and they will not go to.
Oh, no problem.
they're
Any-
deserving of going
Yeah.
to Jannah.
Yeah.
Instead is
Instant.
only used
They're only used.
for certain situations.
Certain situations, yeah.
Okay, and in this situation, they are taking the burden of their sin
Yeah,
and
yeah.
putting it on another.
On another, yeah.
That's what.
That's
you
what,
just-
yeah.
That's what you said before.
That's what I said.
That
So
Jesus
now,
is
let me
not
ask-
allowed.
That's not allowed.
But Allah is
But-
doing what He's not allowed,
It's not allowed.
Himself.
But let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Have you got any other questions for me? Because I think I've answered your question. Have you got any?
So
Have
you
you
said you concede then.
concede what exactly? Yeah, I've
Yeah,
answered.
yeah,
I've
you
answered the
just
question.
conceded.
Have you got any other questions? Because the time is getting. I need to go to other people.
Okay.
Have you got anything
So
else to ask
guys,
me?
has he conceded now, right?
Yes, I've answered your question. Anything
He
else?
said that it's
meant
manslaughter
to five
and
minutes
it's mountain.
I'm satisfied.
Sins are a mountain.
Listen,
They
Uncle
deserve to
Sam,
go. Look,
I'm satisfied. Are you
I
satisfied?
know. I'm not going to address your red herring.
If you're satisfied,
but
I'm satisfied.
I'm not satisfied with your answer.
No, but you don't need to be.
Okay, because
Listen,
what I'm
I
saying
need
is
to let you
you're
know.
doing what all the other Muslims before
Uncle
you came
Sam,
and did.
no problem. They're right then. They're good.
Right, they're
They're right.
running away from the question.
No one's running away. We answered your question. You
No,
don't
you
like
didn't.
it. You don't like it. You don't like it. You
No,
don't like
no,
the
no.
answer.
What is the answer?
Your brain
The,
can't
the
take
answer.
it.
The answer.
What is the answer?
Okay. Shall I break it down again for you?
Yeah, let's.
Okay,
let's hear
summarize
the
one more
summary
time.
of your- summary,
No.
summarize, yeah.
First of all, the hadith itself that you presented is problematic from the Islamic perspective.
However, it's not daif.
No, some would consider it daif.
Do you consider it daif?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm hadith like that. I'm saying some consider it daif.
That's fine. Okay,
What we know
move on.
for a fact is The Quran has very clear statements talking about one person not bearing the burden of another person's sins. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. In chapter 53 of the Quran. وَلْنَحْمِلْ خَطَايَاكُمْ. That was refuted. Chapter 14 of the Quran. Different things. Number 3. Now I'm saying to you, therefore we don't believe that one person will bear the sins of another. This hadith, if it was to be accepted, could only mean the following. These people are going to hell anyways, and that Allah has put his time for his time or his place for his place. That's it. That's the only thing it could mean. Even if...
Why does it say instead?
Yeah, because he was going to go to hellfire.
You know what he means, like physically.
So that means...
We are in a queue. We are in a queue. He takes you out of the queue. The person behind me just steps forward. That's it.
Does that mean that a Muslim is still going to hell? Or is he saved from hell?
Look,
through the Jew and the Christian?
Not through him. He's the Jew and the Christian has nothing to do with the salvation of Muslims.
Come on, in this situation it is.
No, it's not. It's just
because he's taking their sins and putting it on them and giving them punishment. Does this Muslim still go to hell or does he go to Jannah?
I think you're not understanding me.
Okay, let me
explain.
Okay.
Because this guy is going to the hell. Look, let me think. For example, you go and eat in Khan's restaurant, or you go, I don't know, KFC, whatever.
Yeah.
You order something, like I don't know what you order.
Whatever, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
I know he orders the family meal.
Are you done?
No, sorry.
Is that just
anyway, sorry.
Can I make some jokes about you?
Yes, of course.
Okay, no, finish your point.
You can make some jokes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Are you just trying to get out of this? Are you still
Let
stuck
me
in
finish.
this hole?
Let me give you
Get out of the hole. Come on, hurry up. Let's go.
Get out of the hole.
Yeah, come on, man.
Man, what is this?
You're stuck in there. You're still stuck.
Let me
You're
finish.
still stuck.
Okay.
Come on,
Can I finish?
Climb out.
Say, for example, you order a Zinga meal or whatever.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Now, he orders Zinga meal as well.
Okay.
So you're both gonna get what? Zinga meal.
Okay.
So you're deserving of it. You're deserving of it.
Okay.
Okay. So I say, order number 43,
Yeah.
and it's a Zinga meal.
Yeah.
You're in the toilet somewhere. Do something, yeah.
Somebody else took the order.
And then the guy is like, this food is gonna get cold.
Okay.
There's 2 Zinga meals. I'm gonna give it to him,
Okay, fine.
so he can go on his business. When you come back out from the toilet, then I'll give you your Zinga meal. The point is that you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what you paid for. That's it. Do you understand this concept?
I do.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, but this is a red herring because you haven't addressed
are you satisfied?
What happens to that?
Is everyone here satisfied?
Does he
with
go
it?
to Jannah?
Okay, the people are satisfied.
After-
You're not satisfied.
I asked you the question, not the people.
I don't care.
I know you care about the people, not about the argument.
No, but
Listen to the argument.
Uncle
Does
Uncle
this
Sam,
Muslim go to Jannah or does he go to Jahannam after this happens?
Uncle Sam.
Where does he go?
Uncle Sam, your satisfaction is not required.
I know, but I just want to know where does this Muslim end up?
You don't want
after
to know.
this?
You don't want to know.
Tell me,
anything.
where does he go? Does he go to Jannah after this, or does he go to Jahannam after this happens? What happens?
Probably Jannah, but there's Araf.
Probably Jannah. That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering that.
Is there anything you
It
want to
was
ask?
a pleasure to know that Muslims will always go
Yeah.
to Jannah, no matter how vicious their sins
Yeah,
are.
I mean,
Just for Muhammad, because his sins were.
You're right about that. You're right about that. Sadaqaka wa wakadu. How you boy? MashaAllah. Good boy you are, yeah?
Good job of exposing Islam. Thank you for
I did. Thank you so much, my friend. See you later.
All right.
If you're a coward chicken.
Just prove.
How are you, boy? With who? With the boy or with you? With the boy? Me and him are the same height now. He's like 8 feet.